Good morning, Washington. Good afternoon, Washington. Good evening, Washington. This is Big Dave here on Dave TV for the 12th of June, 2012. How you doing? Let's get some light. It's kind of a darkish day. Some showers out there. Not a lot of sun, which is fine. Good day. I just came back from a long hike. Good day for hiking. You know, I don't like it when it's 90 degrees and sunny and you're trying to take a nice long walk in the middle of the day. But if it's, cloudy and rainy and showery and 78, that's fine. Okay, so first I picked I go to I love fruit juices. I get the ocean sprays, I love the cran apples, and I love that I don't know, V8 Fusion juice. So they gave me this free. This was like, try this out. Okay, Ocean Spray Sparkling Pomegranate Blueberry. If you bought like two of the cran apples, you got a 4-pack of this stuff free. Sparkling flavored beverage from concentrate with other natural flavors, 70% fruit juice and sparkling water. So I'm going to taste it. This is the first time I've ever had this stuff. So Ocean Spray. If your executives out there, this is good. I'm going to tell you if this is any good. Okay, here we go. That's weird. I don't know. Tastes kind of like a pomegranate Coke. That's okay. Not great, not bad. It's okay. Kind of like the Washington radio business. I'm listening in the car radio driving around today, and I go from Big to QSR to DC 101 to 98 Rock, and I'm going, it's just the same old stuff. It's like all the radio stations play Supertramp one song, Breakfast in America. You go to QSR and they're playing it, Jack FM. You go to Big, they're playing it. It's like I've been hearing, it's like Supertramp is on like every station, that one song. Supertramp's in a whole lot of cool tunes, but they only seem to play the one song over and over again. And I'm just tired of it. It's just these so boring, oldie stations, classic rock stations that are just boring. They just don't play anything but a little tiny narrow mix of well-tested tunes. So I'm driving around and I flip over onto the AM band, which I never do anymore. But I said, what the hell? I'm sick of FM. And there's good old 1420 there in Warrenton. And they're playing, cool old classic Jefferson Airplane. And I'm going, if I could just hear a couple classic Jefferson Airplane tunes, White Rabbit or Somebody to Love or something. I'm just tired. We really, DC, I tell you, CBS, somebody needs to start a cool, really good classic hit station in this market with a wide playlist and a bunch of wow oldies. I'm telling you, there isn't anything like that here. Big isn't a half bad station, and QSR isn't either. But they could be so much better. All right. Speaking of radio, which is what I tend to do here, we're going to talk about the radio ratings. Just got the radio ratings in for the month of May. The May. This isn't half bad. And so anyhow, what's the big nut? We're going to look at some general trends. WAMU, again, top station in the market. I'm telling you, WNEW, the new CBS All Newser, hasn't really done a lot of ratings. They're up there. They're inching their way up. They're up to 25th in May. 25th. That's from 30-something last month. So they are moving up. And you know what? Even though they still have a way to go, I really think they're hurting TOP. I really do. TOP is no longer the top station in the market. They're second. WAMU is first. Interesting. Now, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably Betsy Rothstein asking my advice. I'll talk to her later. Anyhow, I'm not going to be able to concentrate. Anyhow, so yeah, WAMU's first. WTOP is second. The trends, WAMU is, they were first in March. They were first in April. They were first in May. So they're remaining first. They're first in, telemarketer. Anyhow, So WAMU is first place in the mornings with All Things Considered, and they're second place in afternoons with the with Morning Edition rather, and All Things Considered second place in afternoons. So there we go. Okay, TOP is second, and they were second in March. They dropped down to third in April, and they're back up to second in May. This is the 6+ overall beauty contest demo. Okay, so they're trending steady. Hot 99.5. They went from third in March down up to second in April, back to third. Again, they're holding steady too. Kane in the mornings stays at third place in the overall beauty contest demo. HUR trending upwards slightly from 5th place 2 months ago up to 4th place. Wash is kind of trending down a little bit from 4th to 5th. MMJ is solid there at 6th place. A definite upward trend there for Christian and Contemporary WGTS 91.9. They've gone from 11th place in March to 9th place in April to 7th place in May. So there is a definite I guess that's the first station I've seen with a solid upward trend, in the top 10 of the ratings there. What are we missing so far? We're not seeing any CBS stations. I wonder where the top CBS station in this market is going to rank. Anyhow, 7th place, MZQ. They were 7th in March, 8th in April, and 7th in May. So they're doing good. Tied with GTS there, right? Yeah. Big, 8th to 7th to 9th. So they're maybe trending down a tad. KYS 10th to 12th to 10th. So they're staying, Okay, here we go. PGC, CBS. Just inches into the top 10 at 10th place with PGC. Definite upward trend there, though, for PGC. From 15th place in March, 15th place in April, to 10th place in May. So we're seeing a good trend, although their morning show is still 18th place. They still need to get a good morning show. They need to get that chunky guy from, he just left WXRK in New York doing nights there. And the big rumor has always been that he's coming to Washington. So maybe if they put Chunky on there, they'll get their ratings overall up. DC 101, 11th to 9th to 12th this month. So they're pretty much maybe a tiny dip. Elliott is 7th to 6th this month. So he's doing okay. PRS, Praise 104.1, 13th place, kind of holding steady-ish there. RQX, kind of a mild slump for RQX, Mix 107.3. They've gone from 11th place in March to 14th place in April, and then kind of down to 13th place in May. Cumulus is not doing well in this market. That's their top station. Cumulus's top station is WRQX, and they're getting beaten to a pulp there by the battle of the contemporary hit stations, including Fresh, which is also 13th place. So we got a what a way tie there. We got a 3-way tie between Praise, Mix 107.3, and 94.7 Fresh, all in 13th place. Fresh is trending down quite substantially, actually. They've gone from 8th place in March to 12th place in April to 13th place. Tommy McFly is also trending down in mornings from 8th to 10th to 12th. So they've got some problems there. That may be the station. Flip it to that cool oldies format. Give us a CBS FM or a Woggle. WOGL, CBS's classic hits, classic oldie station, whatever, in Philly. It was first place in the market. First. When was the last time CBS had a first place station in Washington? It's been a hell of a long time. Probably PGC back about 6 or 7 years ago, right? WETA FM holding steady at 16th place for the last 3 months with Classical. And Zol is trending upward. Look at that. El Zol went from 99.1 to 107.9 back in December, and it hurt their ratings. They were really sent down to the 20s, below 20. So 20th place in March, 18th place in April, and 17th place in May. I've been listening. I flipped that signal on out here in Wild West Fairfax every now and then. It does seem like it's coming in a little better. So maybe CBS has got their engineers to work on that 107.9 signal so that it isn't quite as spotty here in the wilds of Northern Virginia. WMAL, 17th place in March, 17th place in April, and 18th place in May. Ay, 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 ay. The morning show has gone from 11th place in March to 15th place in May. Ay, 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 ay. Rush has gone from 7th place in March to 16th place in May. Ay, 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 ay. Hannity's holding steady at 16th place. Their weekend ratings, 20th place in March to 24th place. That station, they need to start. I listened to Brian and Brian. Man, these guys, I'll tell you. I dub it Gramps and the Arab. I know. Brian Neiman, I know he has some Lebanese ancestry. He's a nice guy, by the way. I like Brian Neiman, but I don't know, man. I just listened to Brian Wilson and just what have you done with your career, Brian? You were a respected newsman. Now you're shilling for adult diapers on WMAL. Man, that station is a mess. I don't know. Okay, we got to move on here. I'm hitting the 11-minute mark. JFK, 19th, 19th, 19th. They're steady, not great. The Junkies, 18th, the 17th, the 17th, Arrington, 18th, 17th, 18th, Again, if you look at the male demos, they're probably doing better, but this is in the beauty contest, 6 pluses, that's what they're doing. WTEM, 18th, 20th to 20th place now. And then we got WFRE in 21st place. Wink FM out of Winchester in 22nd, tied with BQB 101.5 in Fredericksburg for 22nd. The radio station that's really a TV station, WDCN at 24th place, and WNEW at 25th place. Again, they are seeing some traction now. They were 35th place in March. They were 31st place in April. They're 25th place now. If they continue that trend, they could be 20th place by July. They could be 17th place by September. They could be maybe in 15th place by the middle of the fall, if they continue the trend. We shall see. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Definite upward trend for WNEW. Although, if TOP, I would be a little concerned. I would be a little bit concerned. Even though they're not showing it, I would be a little concerned. All right, folks. That's the big news. That's Dave TV for today. And my Ocean Spray pomegranate sparkling water. Yum, yum, yum. Thanks for watching. So, there!